everyone, so today's video is going to be a boho waves curls tutorial, and I've done this look a few times and I've been really enjoying wearing it, so I thought I would film a tutorial for you. I've not done anything to my hair today. All I've done is brushed it with the wet brush, and my hair is currently second day hair, so I washed it the night before last because I always wash my hair at nights. So it has a little bit of sort of second day texture, not a lot. My hair tends to just be quite dry and frizzy, but since I've cut it short it's been a lot easier to manage, so I have been doing quite a bit more with it. So the first thing I'm going to do is turn my straighteners on. These are the Babyliss Ombre straighteners. I do have some GHDs as well, but my GHDs are the thick ones, so the wide plates. They're really good for straightening, but not very good for doing curls and waves and things like that because they are too wide. So that's why I'm going to use those ones. I have used these before in I think it's my Christmas get ready with me, curling with them, so I have done a bit of a tutorial kind of thing with them before, but I thought we'd do this today. So the first thing I'm going to do is section my hair. I'm just going to take the lower section, and I'll just say I thought it was the last person that would be getting on board with the whole sort of 70s trend, boho trend, but as you can see I've got sucked into it. I'm actually really liking it, which is not like me at all, but yeah, I guess things changed. So this top, by the way, is from Zara if you want to know what else I've been buying recently. My last video was a haul and my next video is going to be a haul as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is use the Tresemme Heat Defense Heat Protector. This is really old, but it seems to be never ending. It's just really important to use a heat protector on your hair when using any sort of heated appliance. I'm sure you all know that, but just in case. And I'm just going to brush that through with my wet brush again, just to make sure that everything's evenly distributed and everything. And then all I'm going to do is take the straighteners and I'm just going to twist it up and down just randomly, and it gives you this kind of like wavy straight kind of thing. It's sort of a less defined version of what you would get if you plaited your hair, and you can take sections as wide or as narrow as you want. You can do the waves as short or as big as you want. If I'm looking down, apologies, it's because I'm looking in my mirror. This hairstyle is really sort of quick and easy, and if like me you don't like your hair straight but it's not really lying right without doing anything to it, this is just really good and quick and easy, and it just gives it a bit of texture without being too poofy or too done, which I really like. And then I'm just going to do the other side exactly the same. My hair has a little bit of a wave naturally to it, but I tend to find on like the second day it drops a lot, so this is really good for that. I'm sure you've probably seen this kind of thing before, but I just thought I would do this video anyway because I know some of you like my hair tutorials and I don't use that many of them. Ow. Just burnt myself. Do not do that. Not a good idea. My bottom layer is quite short in places now, so like some of the end bits are a bit tricky for me. And then once you've done it, if there's any bits that are a bit stubborn, for example this bit, I just go over them again. You can leave the straighten on a little bit longer as well if you like, but it's totally up to you. And that is one layer done. So all I would do now is, you can hairspray it at this stage if you want, but I tend to do that at the end. Just take a little bobble or a scrunchie or whatever and just tie it back loosely. You don't want to create any sort of kink in the hair, so just tie it back really loosely. And then taking a bit down, that clip is just from Primark in case you're wondering, and then I will take another section down and then pin this bit back up. And the same thing again, just squirt it with heat protectant and brush it through. As you can see, some parts of my hair are still quite wavy from yesterday, but some do need redoing, so I'll do a couple more and then I will speed it up so that it's not too boring for you. And when I finished it, I'm going to show you a way you can make it look a bit more done if you want to. So same thing again, just the same twisty sort of action. Gives you kind of a straight crimped look. You can turn it more if you want to get more defined. And I just do it at random. I don't do it any sort of uniform way, because I think if you're going for the sort of bohemian look, you don't want to look too done. So just keep going. The faster you pull it through, the less of a wave you get. I tend to vary mine a bit. Plus, if you're trying to be quick, this is really good because it doesn't really matter if you miss a piece, especially if your hair's got a little bit of texture anyway. So I'm just going to speed this up now and then I'll be back when I've done the rest. Is the finished look, just doing these sort of straightener waves. It's very subtle, it's very quick and easy. Probably took me about 5-10 minutes, that's all, to do that. As you can see, it's quite straight, it's not too wavy. That's probably because my hair is really thick and does not like to curl or do anything I want it to. It's very stubborn, and it's not very good at curling. If you have thinner hair or more straight hair yourself, it will probably come out a lot more defined than it does on me. But what I like to do, which is kind of like the second step, is just to take some random pieces without sectioning it and just give it some curls, just to add a bit more definition in. And I like to do these quite randomly just so that it's not too done, because again I'm still going for that boho sort of messy look. You can also just take pieces and just curl the ends, take some bits from underneath. So I sort of do this again quite randomly, but just to give it a bit more of a done look. If it's a bit flat, as sometimes my hair is a little bit flat, and you can do these curls as defined or as loose as you want. If you don't know how to curl with straighteners, you could also use a curling wand. It's really easy. All I do is I pop the hair on, twist it and then pull it down. It does take a little bit of time to get used to the act of curling with straighteners. It's a bit fiddly, but it's really easy once you've mastered it, and gives a different look to curling with a wand. And for things like this, it's just a little bit quicker, a bit easier. The faster you pull it through, the less of a defined curl you get. So I tend to vary it, and also you can vary whether they're towards your face or away from it, just by going different ways. and if you like you can curl the front bits, or curl this bit. So again, just picking bits up at random really, and because you've already done that sort of texture thing, the wavy stuff with the straighteners, you can sort of afford to be quite random with this. Just make sure you've got a couple all around the head because you don't want to make it look like you've not done the back. And if some are a bit too curly, you can always run your fingers through them just to loosen them up a bit. And you can always recurl bits if you like, just to make them a little bit more curly or a bit less or in a different direction. It's just a little bit of curling, and as you can see it gives you this sort of like semi-done, a bit undone kind of look. And to finish that I'm going to use some of the Bumble and Bumble Pressure Powder. This is a weird sort of dry shampoo, style extender, general messer upper kind of product. I really like it. I find it really difficult to get the stuff actually out of the bottle. Another way you can do it is do it in your hand, and what you can do, you can sort of brush it through the lens, and this just, as well as kind of giving it that bit of a messy look, it also helps to keep the style in place, and it doesn't give you that sort of dreaded dry shampoo feel when you put your hands through your hair and you feel like, oh, I need to wash my hands. You don't get that with this. It's really, really good if you want a bit of body. If you have darker hair, you would need to be a little bit more selective about where you put it through the hair, but as I have blonde hair, I don't really need to worry. That bit is just a little bit too curly. If you get a bit that's a bit too curly, just run your fingers down it a little bit. My hair drops quite easily anyway, and then all I'm going to do, turn the straighteners off, is use a bit of the L'Oreal Elnet Satin hairspray. This is the Very Volume Extra Strength with Pro Keratin, but any hairspray will do, and just give it a light spray. We're not going for the sort of set in stone look, and I don't like to use too much that it goes crispy because I really, really hate that. And then all I'm going to do to finish it is use a little bit of the Wella Shimmer Delight Finish Shine Spray, which is basically like a serum but in a spray. Just gives it more of a glossy look rather than a matte look. And then all I'm going to do is just run my fingers through it just to make sure that that hairspray hasn't set sort of all crispy, because I hate that. And just generally just fiddle with it until you've got it how you like it, and that's pretty much it. So that's my tutorial for the boho waves curls kind of hairstyle that I've been doing recently. Really, really hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you do try this out. I would love to know how you get on with it, and I think this will work on any sort of length of hair. So if you've got long hair or even a little bit shorter than mine, sort of kind of, I think about that length, you could probably do this. And yeah, let me know if there's any other sort of hair tutorials you'd like me to do, or any other videos. Don't forget to come back on Sunday for my next video, which is going to be another haul of stuff I've been buying recently. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!